Hello everybody, welcome to Kula's September 2014 teacher feature. Tonight the roles are reversed. Usually the guy behind the camera is in front of the camera, Scott Feinberg, teacher and director of Kula. So we've got an interview and some interesting questions for him. So, hi.
Hey. Feels weird to be on the other side of the camera. There's actually a body that goes with the voice.
No. How did you come to yoga, first of all?
That's a big question. So, I wish I had a really beautiful, inspiring answer, but it was really just that my girlfriend at the time had a coupon for a free class, and I reluctantly joined her, and I don't think I've missed maybe more than a week since then. That was in 1999.
Awesome.
Yeah. I just felt in that first class an immediate connection to myself that I hadn't felt before, and just kind of kept going back into that well to renew what I was experiencing. It just kept opening me to deeper and deeper layers of meaning and insight and inspiration. So yeah, and that was in Atlanta, Georgia, at Peachtree Yoga Center.
Nice. And then you did teacher training, and when did you become a teacher?
So I started my teacher training it was right around 9/11, it was like September of 2001, and it was something that I really did not for the intention of teaching yoga, just to really figure out what was happening when I was on my mat. And you know, I was hitting that point where it was like I can't get enough, and I would go to the bookstore and get every book they had in Barnes and Noble and just spend 3 hours with stacks of books about yoga and the asanas, but also the philosophical side of the practice as well, and just started realizing how rich and sophisticated these teachings were, and I'd never been exposed to them, and I was going through a really hard time in my life, and they were just like water in a desert, and my teacher really pushed me to do the teacher training because she saw how much it was meaningful to me, and so I did it, and it did take me about a year after the training ended to get up the courage to teach a class, and from that first one I knew that's what I'm here for.
So you have several classes at Kula. Tell us what they are, when they are, and why you love them.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I teach Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. is a new class. It actually starts the first Tuesday of September, and it's a new practice called Wake Up Slow, and it's basically like this class I have in my head of how I like to practice yoga when I wake up in the morning, and taking time to just let the day come to you rather than really barging into it, and taking time to breathe, not quite yin, not quite vinyasa, but somewhere in that kind of slow, gentle, moderate place where you can continue to move, but also release a lot of the morning stagnation from the body, and nourish the meridian system and quiet the mind. So the idea is ultimately to enter into the day from a really connected, refreshed place. So that's Tuesday morning. Wednesday at 5 p.m. and Saturday at 8 a.m. are both mind, body, breath practices. And for me, my love of yoga is really opening to the depth of it all. And so many times we go to yoga practices and they're 99.99% posture, and then maybe a little taste of breath work, maybe a little taste of meditation. So the more I practice, the more I've gotten really connected to those inner practices. And so mind, body, breath is a way of maybe reprioritizing the way we hold those internal disciplines. So more time allocated to breath work, more time allocated to meditation, really an inwardly directed practice. Thursday night is yin, that's at 5:30. So that's also a very slow inside practice, and I tend to describe it really as a meditation practice that's happening in the body. And so you're really holding pose poses for 3, 4, 5 minutes. They're not hard to hold in terms of physical challenge, although if there's a lot of tension, they can be pretty intense, but very much a practice of learning to quiet the mind and stay and be present with what your experience is. Friday morning is like the balance of all that. It's called yin-yang fusion, and that's a practice where part of it is really slow and inside, and part of it is really active and dynamic, where each week we play with different arm balances and poses that maybe we typically avoid, and do it in a way where we bring mindfulness to the process of coming into a challenging place. And so that practice really contains both energies. So for those people that are really tend to be more lethargic in life and they gravitate to those sorts of practices, this one will meet you where you are, but it'll give you also what will bring you into balance through dynamic movement. And for the people that are more type A and always go, 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 it will let that into your practice so it feels comfortable for you, but it will also give you some of the yin as well. So it's really about striking a balance between those opposites.
And I know tonight, shortly after we finish this video, one of your favorite things ever is happening. Yes. Tell us what that is.
Yoga teacher training. So that's the thing that's probably closest to my heart as a teacher, where I feel most at home in the role of a yoga teacher, because you're teaching teachers. You're teaching people to become teachers. So there is I guess a common denominator amongst the group is that yoga is so meaningful to them that they want to know it fully, and they're invested into it with their whole heart, and they are really connected to understanding the fullness of yoga, its richness in regards to its historical context, to its philosophical import, to all of the inner teachings and the whole picture, and then how to take that and begin to hold that space for others in a way that is personal and meaningful to them. And so to have the same group of people week in and week out that you can move through the process with and have the space to really open the full spectrum of yoga as a teacher, that's the greatest blessing, and it's where the teachings can hold the greatest impact.
Wonderful. Anything else you want to add?
I would just say thank you for being a part of Kula, for coming here, making this a home for your practice. It's something that all of us as the teachers here, as a community of teachers, we cherish this practice of yoga. It's done something in our lives that's transformed us, and we just all seek to open you to whatever that is about the practice that lights you up. And so just thank you for being here and supporting this space and being part of the community.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
Namaste.
Namaste.